You're listening to Greater Good Radio Hawaii. Please visit us online at greatergoodradio.com. Today's guest is Dennis Francis, president and publisher for the Star-Bulletin and MidWeek newspapers. Dennis is involved in a number of community boards, including Friends for Cancer Research, Adult Friends for Youth, and is the incumbent chair for the state's March of Dimes. Being that, I guess you stopped school because you said the money was good on the career side, where in your career path did you stop and say, hey, this is time to start giving back to the community wherever you were located?
Well, I would say that I probably never really thought about that much. Maybe it was my youth, but until I came to Hawaii. And I think that's one of the things that makes Hawaii special is that there is a sense of community here. And everyone says that they have, and then they do, and other places on the mainland. But Hawaii has such a strong sense of it that it's a lot easier to want to participate, and it also was natural because I'd been here quite a bit longer than I had other places. But I think it's important to participate in the local organizations, whether it's the Hawaii Food Bank, which I'm a board member of, or Diamond Head Theater, or Adult Friends for Youth. They're all quite different, but you need to be able to participate in things outside your normal circle. It's just a sense that you're in your business, that you're profiting a lot from folks in the community, and it's not, you have to go way back and not just say from your big customers, whether it's a CSO company or Sears who are advertising, but the people who are actually going into those stores, the residents and the community members like us. And you need to participate in a way that's not just in ways that affect maybe the demographics that I live in and across a wide range.
Do you mix the two together, nonprofit work and community work and business, or do you try to keep them separate?
Oh, I think there's a lot of similarities. It's just that nonprofits are nonprofits, but a lot of the things that make a nonprofit very successful are the ones that are ran like a for-profit business.
How are you determining which organizations you want to be a part of? Because I'm sure once you get on one or two and in your position, everybody wants you to pitch in and help out, right?
Exactly. And that's true not just for me, but for a lot of folks in this community. A lot of us are on a lot of different boards, and sometimes it's quite easy. It's one that you have a passion for, and that you've been to a function or something, and you've seen some of the people and how they help folks in the community. And then sometimes it's very simple. It's just someone who you answered the phone and they asked you, and you had a hard time saying no.
What was the first organization that you were involved in, and did you just jump at it and say, definitely I'll help you out, or did you have to think about that? Because, like you said, you didn't really think about that too much before you did get involved.
Yeah, I was asked initially to be a part of the Diamond Head Theater, and I didn't know really anything about the local community theater. But I was asked by a friend who was on the board. They had a vacancy, and I felt like it was something that I wanted to do. I wanted to learn. It was not something that I knew really anything about. And quickly within probably that year, I developed a real passion for it. I've been on the board ever since. It's probably certainly the only board that I can say that I've been on for quite some time, and I enjoy it. I was the president for 3 or 4 years, and then the chair for 2 years, and now I'm the immediate past chair. So,
what advice can you give our listeners? We have just a short amount of time, but those who are nervous about getting into something that they are not really knowledgeable about, but just basically just jumping in and learning, what was that experience like, and what should they do about that?
Well, I guess I can say Nike, right? Maybe they'll be a sponsor. You just do it. You just jump in, listen a lot, and have confidence in yourself that you can, and you do have something to contribute. And it's not all about money. People, organizations, the way the money comes in those organizations, it's fundraising and developing. So you as an individual don't necessarily need to participate in a large sense that way, but it's an ability to affect others. And I think if you have that confidence in yourself to be able to do that, then you should do it.
Do you think that it's an important component of doing business in general, getting involved with community events and organizations?
Well, I wouldn't say it's important. I would say it's a must. I think when you get to a certain level in your position in your career, you need to. And if you're not doing it now, you need to. And there's so many organizations in this community, so many. I could probably, we could probably have a whole show on just listing them all that need key folks in the community to help them. And you're not necessarily sometimes giving your business expertise. Sometimes it's actually they need you to come in and pitch in a night or so a week, or even a night a month, to help them with things at their place.
Thanks for joining us today on Greater Good Radio. For more information or a transcript of today's show, please visit us online at greatergoodradio.com. This is your host, Evan Leong and Carrie Leong, saying please join us next time for another episode of Greater Good Radio, Hawaii.